Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
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 Hello again, St. Lucia, and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. My name is Philip Sidney, your host for the next half an hour. Before I introduce my guests, I will put this topic into context. We'll be talking about agricultural exhibition that we attended in Martinique over the weekend. But to put that in context, let me give you a little history. In November last year, a group of French persons came to St. Lucia, invited by the Castries Constituency Council under the leadership of the Overship Lendo Gabriel, who was the mayor of Castries. Together with they collaborated with the St. Lucia French Association under the leadership of Teresa Samuel, and they hosted the French people here in November, where we put up a little business expo, exposing what it is that we do in St. Lucia as far as agro-processing is concerned. After that was done, there was a discussion to reciprocate the activity where St. Lucians will go over to Martinique to participate at an exhibition, which is an annual one. It's called Foire Agricole. It's an agricultural exposition that is done in Rivière-Pilote, and it is organized by the mayor of Rivière-Pilote together with the farmers of Rivière-Pilote, and that is where we were able to showcase some of our products in St. Lucia by 8 participants. And with me are 3 of them here today, sitting in studio. We have Sirita Alsi to my immediate right. We have Mr. Swain Senkwa in the middle, and of course we have Janitza Rigobert to the extreme left. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Of course, we had a wonderful time in Martinique, but before we get to that, I just want you to tell me, Miss Alsi, give us a little history, very short. Who is Sarita Alsi?
I am a young entrepreneur. I've been in the field of entrepreneurship for the past 12 years. I'm passionate about good health, and I share the knowledge of how we can obtain good health and live a longer life.
Great, interesting, short and sweet. Sweet, tell us.
Well, I'm a very determined person. I push myself to the limit. Only thing that stops me is if I'm injured or something bad would happen to me, but I always push myself. I'm driven. So I started doing CMOS, I think probably a year and a half ago about that, and I realized the importance of, health in the country. People really need to eat healthy because, a healthy body is a strong mind. So I like to keep on pushing, because I'm into fitness as well. Everyone's a healthy body, good eating and everything all together. That's basically it.
Great. Rigodols.
Yes, my name is Janita Rigobert. Basically, I'm into business for about 10 years so. When I started my business, I started dressing dolls with dry leaves, different types of leaves, and I incorporated with the madras, like the St. Lucian madras. And a couple years along the road, I just branched out into teas and natural spices, because my grandmother, who I raised with, was somebody who liked gardening. And I used to go on the farm with her sometimes, and I just decided to, like the ginger and the turmeric which is growing, just try to do something with it, and I decided to grind it, turn it into powder form, give it to a few friends to sample, and I get some good feedback. And now I have it on the market, and I have my natural teas as well. And my product is something that's very ideal to both children and adults, and it's no preservative, no additives.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you've been in this for 10 years?
Yeah, basically for 10 years.
And where have you do it from your home? Do you have a place where you do your agro-processing?
Yes, I have a place that's certified to do my agro-processing.
So how did you get through that to get your place certified?
Well, I registered with St. Lucia Manufacturers Association, and even before I registered with St. Lucia Manufacturers Association, I went to environmental health. I mentioned that to them, I told them that, and they told me, well, I need the sketch. They told me how to design the place, what I need, and then I gave them the sketch, they registered it, and they come and visit my place, and they take it from there. And they told me, yes, I'm satisfied, so I could go ahead and do what I had to do.
Great.
Yeah.
So where do you buy your raw materials from?
90% of my raw material, I grow it.
You grow it yourself?
Yeah,
so you're a farmer producer?
Yes.
Wow.
But because of the demand, I have to buy it from some of the farmers, but I never go on the farm. So most times I go at people I know, I have good friends, I know they're growing these things just by their home, by their doorstep, in their backyard, and I buy it from them. But to go on the farm, I never go on the farm, because some of the farms, they use a lot of chemicals, a lot of pesticides on the farm.
Okay.
So 90% of what I use, I grow it.
How many products do you really produce?
I produce about, I would say, 10, 11, about 14 different products. But in the spice shakers, I have basically about 9 different flavors.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these are things that you can, how do you use the things that you produce?
Say that again?
How do you use the things that you produce?
Well, basically, I for example, I grew the lemongrass, and when I harvest my lemongrass, I process it when I say I process it not in any bad way, but in process it and turn it into tea bag form, and some of them I have them into shakers in spices form.
Okay, so they're like teas and
teas
you sell
and spices.
In tea bags? In
tea bag sachets.
Okay.
Yeah, I have them individually in the tea bag sachets.
How do you market those things then?
Well, I have a Facebook page. Sometimes I do market it, and I have somebody marketing it for me as well. And sometimes I go out there, they have different promotion out there. Sometimes I take part in different events, which I market my product as well.
Okay, but I was told you were in Massy stores also?
Yeah, I'm all Massy outlets.
So how were you able to penetrate Massy?
Well, when the reason, okay, sorry, how I penetrated into Massy, I remember when I first introduced it to them, they told me I need barcode, and they need the I need to be certified where I'm doing my product, need to certify. So I brought a copy of this document for them, and then a document from environmental health as well, the license to operate. I brought it for them, and when they saw the sample, they'll tell me, well, they have to take it to other people in authority, and if it's something that's approved, they'll call me, and they did call me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they did call me.
So you supply them every week?
Well, it's not every week. Basically, if, like, for example, I supply them with 8 lemongrass, 8 ginger turmeric, 8 rosemary, it depends what they order. It's not to say they order a case, like depends, they order units. Okay. So if, for example, they order 8 lemongrass, 8 ginger turmeric, 8 soursop, and as time goes by, they realize the stock is going down, they'll tell me, well, they need another 4 to replenish, or they need another 5, but it's not something they order in by the case. Yeah.
So apart from Massy, where else do you market? Dilly's,
Taste of St. Lucia, Point Seraphin, Export St. Lucia. I have somebody that have a store on the airport down View Fort.
Okay.
And there's a hotel down South I supply as well. And there's a lot of people that come down to St. Lucia, they buy it for their loved ones when they're traveling back home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So tell us about you. What do you you produce, and what's your market?
Melanade produces supplements, beverages, strictly natural beverages. We use strictly natural ingredients. We produce the Super Boost, which is an alkaline smoothie, the Super Cream, an alkaline milkshake. It's strictly plant-based. We produce the desserts, and I sometimes do catering for persons who are really unwell and would like to reverse the damage that the acidosis has already caused.
So I'm also aware that you are in the CMOS products. Yes. What do you do with your CMOS base?
We only use strictly natural CMOS, so it's a limited amount of CMOS that we can use. Okay. What I do with the CMOS is the beverages. We also have we use the Irish CMOS for the supplements. The beverages, the desserts, most of our desserts have CMOS in it. It's CMOS based. We have some really good tinctures that we have given to persons who were unwell. Examples, persons who had COVID or who have stomach issues. And this particular product, which is called Revive, it actually reversed the damage. They no longer feel unwell, or the uneasiness that they had within in the stomach area. It was done, it was reversed, and they now feel good about their health.
Okay, so where do you actually market your supplements?
Our products are marketed online on social media. We also have a website, melanademix.com, and most of the marketing is by word of mouth. Persons we have given the products to who has experienced that great result of good health, reversing the damage, they tell other people, they share that news, that good news with other persons, and then we just get a text message or WhatsApp, or people just call us. And when I say us, I also would like to mention my daughter Chelsea Alce. She is the owner of Melanade. She's just 20 years old, and I am the alkaline life coach who gives off the knowledge, the wisdom about obtaining good health.
Okay, so only the two of you involved in that business.
Yes.
Okay, where do you get your natural ingredients from apart from the CMOS product?
We get most of our herbs. We get our herbs. The CMOS is from divers. Our herbs, we get it from some farmers, and some of the fruits, the vegetable, we get it from some farmers and some vendors that we know who use strictly natural products, no GMO, no hybrids, no pesticides in their produce. Yes.
Okay, great. So, Wayne, tell us about your, it's not Wayne, Swain.
Yes, Wayne.
Tell us about your products.
Well, basically, I was basically just a hustler. When I started off CMOS, I didn't know much about it, like about maybe 3 years ago. I didn't know much, and as I improved, I got better. But what I realized that I have ability to speak to people and influence them. So I decided one day to start to sell. So at first I was just selling for people within my community, but then I realized I could sell more to others. So I went through town and I started selling out like 25 bottles, and the 25 bottles a week turned to 30, and then the next week went to 40 and 50, and sooner or later I was doing so much bottles in one day. I had a lot more work to do, and people keep on calling me. So I did bartending. I'm a bartender, so I was learning a lot about CMOS, and I learned that CMOS has a very high mineral content, which is 92 out of the 102 minerals the body needs. So since I knew a lot about spices, how to mix boaden, how to mix stuff like chespawe, how to put them together to make like a very good spice blend, I started doing that to kind of help boost the immune system, give you energy, and I started making like a proper punch and putting it into a bottle and started selling it for many people. And even today people be calling me, so I start just doing the small ones. Right now I'm expanding and doing more flavors. I try to do more things with the CMOS, and I incorporate that with like a healthy lifestyle, because I work out. I have a page dedicated to doing fitness, and also I have a page dedicated for the CMOS. So I'm bringing everything together so that people take a very good punch mixed with a good workout plan. So that's basically my plan leading into the future. So I just keep on improving every day, and the CMOS is getting popular day by day. So I actually need a team of people to work with, because I only work on my own. Yeah.
So how are you certified?
Not as yet.
Okay, so you have something you're planning.
Yeah, I just starting up, just coming up. Okay. So I'm doing things like step by step.
So do you see, in terms of locally marketing your product, do you think that you have enough products to market locally?
I think I have enough products to market locally. I have customers all around, and I just deliver to them. I just need like a team of people to work with, because there is sometimes selling things by packages is a little easier, but by bottles, by drinks, they go really quick. And you need to supply people with 200, 300, 400, and you can't do it all by yourself. You understand? So it's just getting a whole team of people together to work with you, to work with me, and then we could go.
Where do you get your CMOS from?
Well, I get my CMOS from my brother father. He has a farm. I think he sells in a supermarket as well. I think it's Linda Seamoss and family. I think he was the first person to start selling Seamoss in the supermarket. So I get it from them as well. I do get from other farmers because I take different kinds of Seamoss and I blend them together because different Seamoss, they have different texture. I think some of them have less or more minerals. Sometimes the quality is not all that. So I need to get different ones and put them together to make the special shake.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh, so I mean, so you aiming for the top.
Well,
that's your objective, your aim.
Yeah, that's
While we about to discuss, we go into our break. We'll be back in a while. You're watching Agriculture the Move. We'll do for our break. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Food Security and Rural Development continues placing heavy emphasis on the concept of food security. It's our prosperity, our future. The Crop Production Unit conducts surveillance and monitoring for transboundary pests and diseases of quarantine importance for St. Lucia. It provides technical assistance in the areas of post-harvest technology, agro-processing, and soil and plant tissue diagnosis. The unit facilitates prudent management of agrochemicals and toxic chemicals in an environmentally friendly manner for sustainable development. Soil analysis is also being carried out. Need further assistance on crop production? Contact the Senior Research Officer at 468-5601.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. Of course, with me here is, of course, we have Rigo Dolls, we have Swin, and we have Miss Alcy. And just to tell you, you've heard them about what they do here in St. Lucia. Very interesting. They are all entrepreneurs, and they are hoping to get to the top. They traveled with a contingent to Martinique over the weekend, and that was facilitated by the mayor of the Castries Constituent Council, Her Worship Mayor Lendo Gabriel. And of course, behind the scene was, of course, Honorable Richard Frederick, who gave all the support to assist the Castries Constituent Council as far as the marketing was concerned, the financing was concerned. They facilitated the fare, both the airfare and of course by the boat. They also facilitated the hotel accommodation and also the boarding and lodging, and also the whatever that they traveled with, that was paid for by them on the boat to ensure that every package reached in Martinique safely and sound. Together with them, there were another 5 persons, which I will mention the names later on as we move on. But I just wanted to find out exactly from you all, what was that experience like for you going to Martinique? I want to start with you, Miss Alcy.
My experience, it was wonderful. I enjoyed the interaction with other entrepreneurs. I enjoyed with how we all united and we came together and we were helping each other. I enjoyed meeting the new customers that we got and how they were so interested in the products that we supplied them, that we provided for them. They were quite impressed. What they were really concerned about was, okay, we love what we got. How can we get it?
Yes.
How can we reorder? They were very excited, and my experience, I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to travel to Martinique and to show my products and to share the knowledge of obtaining good health.
How many persons, said to you that they probably would? Did you get a market? Were people interested in getting your product?
Almost everyone who purchased from me, they asked me, how can I reorder? Because I sell supplements. All of my products are supplemental products. So if you take it this month, you have to restock, you have to resupply, you have to buy more. So this is what they wanted to know. So there is a market for the Melonade product, the supplemental products. There is a market for everything that we brought. The tea bags from Rigo Dolls, his CMOS. There is a market for it, and they were asking us, when are we coming back? So it was a wonderful experience. I learned a lot, and I hope I'm going back next year.
Definitely. So tell me about your experience.
So my experience was incredible, I would say. What really happened on the first day when I started to sell, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so much bottles. How will I even start to clear that? But what I realized by the next day, afternoon didn't turn down. I had like 15 bottles left. I'm like, this is incredible.
How many bottles you came up with?
I came up with 365 bottles, something like that. Yeah, and in 2 days they were all gone. I wouldn't even full 2 days. Let's say about.
No, yes, less than that.
You know what I mean? Less hours, maybe 50 hours, and everything was gone.
Yes.
So that was incredible for me. I wasn't expecting it to go as quick as it could have been more. I mean, yeah, but it was.
So you came back walking on one side, the euros on one side.
Yeah, I had too much weight, so I had to hop. Yeah. So it was a remarkable feeling. You know, what I did was my mindset now that I've been there and I see how the society is. I'm actually going to jump back up there this month.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go there because I actually got a call from some people and they were interested in getting more bottles, and I'm like, I can't get over there. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over there and see how I can make a market for myself, because I like to move fast. I'm an extreme hustler. I also living in my rest days even when I'm dreaming.
In fact, as you mentioned that, I had a discussion with the mayor briefly this morning, not really official, but she wanted to know exactly how things were. Because Nikki, well, I hope you get better, Nikki. I know you're not too well. I hope I didn't give you the bug. But Nikki, of course, will be able to give a full rundown. I know we'll have a meeting. But one of the things that came up really is the marketing end of it. We are so close, you know, Martix and Lucia, and I believe that, there's a vessel already. So all we need to do now, and I'm thinking with Export and Lucia, which I think I'll have to have a chat with Sonita Daniel on that, the CEO, to see whether we need to sit down and see how they can facilitate that, because I believe there's a market. There is a market. There's no two ways about it. There's a market, and we need to access that market, tap into it, and then by so doing, there's a chain reaction, because the farmers are going to produce more. You'll buy more from the farmers, and then you'll sell more. You know, okay. So there's a chain reaction. Very good. Give us your experience.
Yeah, my experience was fantastic. Because when I got the call from City Council and they called me, and I was saying to myself, what? Unbelievable. Because it's something I always used to talk about, always asking them to get that opportunity to showcase my product in Martinique. And when I got the call, when she said, I got your name from, she told me from who? You got the opportunity, to get the opportunity to go to Martinique. I said to her, I'm always asking for something like that, you know. And she said, yes, but she told me she'll call me next day to give more information about that. And I tell her, okay, and next day you called me, you told me you were the one who gave her the number. And I said to myself, but my mind told me it was someone else.
Because remember, you always told me about that.
Always talking about that, always. And life is patience. If you say you don't have patience and trust God, it will not be possible. And my experience, trust me, it was awesome, because when I got up there, like, I remember I bought the spice from packed a few packets, and the first day, it wasn't even 12 o'clock when I sold out all. And I had the teas, a lot of people bought, I sold a lot of teas, a lot of shakers, like the spice shakers, and a lot of people was asking me if they have to buy from me again, how they're able to get it. So I told them, well, maybe next year. That's what I told them. And there is a St. Lucian girl that she had the booth up there, and she was selling her stuff, and she told me, hey, Wednesday, I want you to send 2 boxes up for me. So I tell her, I don't believe it will be possible for me to do it by Wednesday. So just give me some chance, and I'll let her know when I'll be able to get it up there from her. So she messaged me last night. This morning I replied, I told her, well, I have to work on it, so when it's ready, I'll let her know, because I know I don't have it ready. So, and there's another one who called me yesterday as well in regards to the same thing as well. They need the product, they like it, and it's not all natural, no preservative, no additive, and it's a product that's ideal for both children and adults. So I find that opportunity, like I pray to God I get that opportunity next year, which I know we will. We will, definitely we will. Because there is a market for it. Yeah, definitely there is a market for it. So once you see I get the opportunity, just tap into it and move on.
So you were able to sell almost everything that you had?
Well, I'll say maybe 80% of what I went up with, I sold it. Yeah.
And the price was right?
Yeah, the price was right, because I remember 3 or 4 people came by me and they told me, I find your price is very reasonable. Yeah, they told me I find the price is reasonable, and so many came to my booth and asked me if I have steamers. I told them no. I told them there's a booth down there that have steamers. There is 2 people that have steamers down there. They tell me, but they don't have again, it's finished. So I tell them, well, if it's finished, it's finished, but I myself don't sell steamers. I sell spices and teas.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, in addition to the 3 of you, we had Vels wines, and his brooms and Vels wines went like hotcakes. You know, and people are looking forward to that. We also had the Choiseul crafters. You know, and they went well. The St. Lucia Network of Rural Women, that is the Babonneau cluster. You know, they had quite a few things there also. We had some mixed products with Baron's Foods and other, and that was there. That went very well. We also have the St. Lucia distillers from up there itself. You know, and they did a lot of tastings. You know, and they were not selling, but they were actually doing tastings, and that went very well too. And of course, the promotion from the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. We had the promotion booth where they were promoting jazz or jazz festival. You know, so I think we had a potpourri of persons there that went well. But what I also liked was I walked the entire exhibition, and we had the livestock section. We had fresh produce right next to us, the market. I mean, you see how well laid out these things were. You had the agro-processing section, lots of honey in Martin. Martin have a series of honey producers, and that, you know, spells well for them. And of course the manufacturers, you know, the textile, the clothing lineup. And so I mean, and of course not forgetting the entertainment, you know, right next to us there. And that kept us going, you know. But I must say, before I end, I must say thank you to quite a few people. Of course, the mayor of Rivière-Pilote, that is Jean-François Bonnel, if I pronounce it well. And then we have Mr. Lucien Adonai. This gentleman has been working with us, having this exhibition for many years. I worked with him, and he's still the president of the Farmers Association in Rivière-Pilote. I want to say hello to him. Annie Lefroy, who was the sales and marketing person for SLTA, the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Cedric Jean-Marie, who is of course the St. Lucia distillers guy that was there. And we also had, of course, don't forget Miss Samuels. I mean, she played a leading role, and she has been doing that for years. You know, as the president of the St. Lucia French Association, and of course the Consul General for St. Lucia, that is Miss Alison Joseph. She blessed us with her presence there. And of course that was very nice of her. And of course Nikki Cauldron, damn good job. You know, I can't forget you. We worked well together before, and of course again it showed up again at this exposition. So get well. I want to thank you again. And of course I represented the Minister of Agriculture to do the logistics, and Mr. Marius Modeste, who is a councillor at the Castries Constituency Council, and he was the communication man, taking all the photos, and I'm hoping to get something coming from him, you know, as far as news was concerned. So I really want to thank you all for being at the exhibition, and of course I'm sure you're looking forward for next year. Thank you for being on the program to express yourself, and of course I want you to continue working hard, and
Yes.
anywhere we can help, we can help.
Yeah.
Feel free. Call. I know you're very enthusiastic, my young man. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue what you're doing, Ms.
Thank you.
Alcee. Rigolo is an old folk in Nigeria, so she good.
Yeah.
So thanks again,
Yeah,
and
thanks.
I wish you all success.
Thank
And I want
you.
to say a big thank you to the Mayor of St. Lucia and the government of St. Lucia who make
Definitely.
that weekend possible.
Definitely.
I would also like to put in my 2 cents.
Well, we want to end to a close
Okay.
ending.
I'd like to thank the Taiwanese Embassy and the Prime Minister, Honorable Philippe J. Pierre,
Yeah.
for allowing Melanie to go and be featured in Martinique.
Beautiful, great. You have been watching Agriculture on the Move. Thank you for viewing the program. Remember, agriculture is our business, and eat fresh. St. Lucia's best. I'm Philip Sidney saying goodbye and see you again.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.